Welcome to episode 228 of the Ben Briggs podcast. I am Ben Briggs. It is Saturday, people. Saturday, the 10th of July, 2021. I'm in a chipper mood. You know why, don't you? Can you guess? Can you guess why? Can you? I don't know. England. Here we go. Here we go. This is where the patriotism starts. This is a slippery slope I am embarking on now, people. A slippery, hate-filled, St. George-inspired slope. I am sliding down in this episode, people. It is with old England, good old England, land of the fair, land of the conquerors. We're through to the final, people, aren't we? Eh? They've only gone and fucking done it, son, haven't they? Fucking glorious, that is. I felt like, I don't know, man. I've got that white Englishman thing going around my stomach. I don't know, I feel like fucking invading a country or something. Just because they're different from me. I don't, people, I don't. This is the first time within my lifetime, that the England football team has actually made it to a major tournament final. A major tournament, when you know, Euros or World Cup. There's only two in there. There's only two, you know, really, that anyone really gives a shit about in Europe. It's either the World Cup. Everybody gives a shit about the World Cup, obviously. I know the Copa America's on now. I couldn't really give a fuck about that because I'm all Euro'd up, baby. That's it. So England are playing Italy tomorrow. And I don't know. I'm just going to enjoy the day, man. I don't care. Obviously, it would be nice if England won. But I'm just going to enjoy the day, enjoy the experience of watching England in a major fucking final. That's tomorrow, obviously. So it should be a fun-packed day. Watching the mighty England. They've played well, though. You know, I'm quite happy with how they've been playing. They've been playing exciting stuff. They look exciting. I think Italy are a fucking good team, but I think it's all on the day, isn't it? You know, that's it. It's all on the day. The result, you know, will go either way. I imagine there's Italian restaurants possibly going to be putting an extra shutter down just in case, somewhere like Bella Italia. Probably shitting themselves a little bit, depending on what the result's going to be. But you know, you always get fucking idiots, don't you? You know, the vast majority of fans just want to see a good game. Majority of England fans want to see England win. Majority of Italian fans want to see Italy win. Most fans ain't going to go around smashing the place up. Some fucking idiots will, because you get fucking idiots, don't you? It's the most popular sport in the world. Some of those fans are going to be fucking idiots. I've seen to be honest, the whole ethos of the team seems to be quite good. Gareth Southgate's done quite a good job. To be perfectly honest, he seems quite respectful in that. I know there was England fans booing the national anthems of teams and that sort of thing, which is, you know, is disrespectful. But I don't know. It's also got that, as I've said before, it's also got that pantomime element to football as well. You know, that you don't get really in any other sports. It's there's a lot of call and response between the fans and stuff, and you know, it's part of the atmosphere. And I don't honestly think it's done out of a lot of disrespect. I know I'm throwing my hat out there, people, but I think it's just like a funny thing that certain retarded fans do. You know, they think it's funny, like to boo the other person's national anthem. It's almost like, in a pub in England, when somebody drops a glass and it smashes, everybody cheers. It's almost like the reverse of that. You know what I mean? Because it's meant to be respectful, and you're meant to be respectful to the national anthem and that, and booing it just seems, I don't think there's any genuine hatred for that tune, or disrespect there. It's just people, getting a bit carried away. People are getting a bit carried away. The whole country's gripped by it at the moment. You can't switch on, bit of coffee there. You can't switch on the TV without echoes of 1966 fucking flying around the place all the time. But I hope that genuinely it's a good game. That's all I want to watch. I want to watch a good, exciting game. I don't want to watch like a 1-0, Italy beat us 1-0 or something like that, and we just, it would be nice to, have, I don't know, it would just be nice to be an exciting game. If we scored too early, if we whack in like 3 goals early and then just sit back, it doesn't make for an entertaining game. I think if you're a proper football fan, all you want to do, you want to see England win, but you want to see an exciting game. You want to be on the edge of your seat all the time. Not so much as we were with the semi-final. Going into extra time and shit, and getting a goal. But that was a little bit of a tense time for the last half of extra time. It was a little bit, you're like, oh, fucking hell, come on. Don't let this go to penalties. Please don't let this go to penalties. Please, again, don't let this go to penalties. We fuck up on penalties. We always fuck up on penalties. Brutal. Everyone gets really excited when Jack Grealish gets put on as well. It seems that for some reason Southgate doesn't rate him as a starter, or maybe he just can't find a place for him in the team. But it's quite a young team, so they're young lads. I look back at that age, the amount of pressure that they've got on them for the game tomorrow. I just hope they just play well and do themselves justice. I know this is a little bit wishy-washy, people. I know it is, but I just hope they do themselves justice. Because they have played well and they've performed well and they have lifted the spirit of the nation. That's what these people who don't like sport or don't like, it's theatre. It's unscripted theatre, happening in front of you. You never know where it's going to go from one minute to the next. One bit of brilliance out of nowhere can just turn a game completely. And it's theatre, it's drama, it's everything. It's almost, when you see a good game of football, tragedy, and am I just listing ABBA songs now? It's fucking Waterloo. I don't know. But yeah, we're a fucking strange breed in England. We're a fucking strange breed. We're a fucking island race. We've still got that, like, island fucking mentality about us, where we're fighting off people from every border and that sort of thing, and think we have to hate people who aren't from England. We've still got that sort of like mentality about us. The ideal, as we've said before, the ideal situation of us going out on anything, any sport, is to be cheated or to be, put out on penalties or cheated. I know, like, Southgate himself missed a penalty, didn't he? So, he's obviously fucking haunted by that and wants to sort of like rectify that. Although saying that, he did do a pizza advert afterwards, didn't he? With Chris Waddle and Stuart Pearce. So, which seemed, that's a sort of, they can give him, well, we like a plucky trier, don't we? That's what we like in this country. We like a plucky trier. We don't like anyone who's too fucking full of himself, too confident. And Southgate's sort of like the epitome of that. I've got a fucking fly around here. Fucking little cunt. Fuck off. I don't know if he can understand me or not, but he's gone. Anyway, who knew that flies could, he's the epitome of like, a plucky guy coming back. We like to take people down in this country. All you've got to look at is our press and media in this country. They like to slam people down all the time. But we like to see somebody come back or fight through adversity. Like the Stuart Pearce, missing a penalty and then coming back and that just fucking ecstasy and relief on his face. We like that. We like a battler. That's what we like in this country. We're like a plucky little battler. And we like to go out on being cheated or thinking we've been cheated or giving it a damn good try but not like quite reaching the heights we should. I imagine if we do win tomorrow, the whole fucking country will go fucking mental. People are already talking about an extra bank holiday if we fucking win. We don't have to get fucking carried away sometimes, you know what I mean? It's only because it doesn't happen that very often. You know what I mean? The last final we got through to was the 66 World Cup final. Major tournaments. Our domestic teams do all right, like in Europe and that. But as an England team, that's basically it. We had Italy 90. I think we come third, didn't we? Didn't we come third in Italy 90 and then come third or fourth in Euro 96? I think we might come third then. But I'm just going to enjoy it, people. I'm just going to enjoy it. It's just nice to be able to watch this. It's fucking weird because the kids growing up these days, they don't really know the heartache. We haven't really done much in football. The last time we went fucking mental was when, Beckham scored against Greece and got us qualified for the World Cup. But it's, this generation thinks this happens all the time. It don't. Savour this moment because you might not have it again for another 40-odd years. I know we did well in the World Cup last time. You've got the World Cup coming up next year, people, in Qatar. Reminds me of somebody at school who used to have Qatar. That's it, isn't it? So savour this moment, people, because it may not come along. So I'm just going to chill out. I'm going to get a few beers. I bought a 15-pack of Budweiser. I know, I drink Budweiser. Oh, man, this is shit beer. Yeah, I quite like it, though. Maybe I've got, I haven't got a delicate palate. It's fizzy, and it fucking cools me down and gives, it's got alcohol in it. I quite like it. But I bought a 15-pack of Budweiser at the start of this tournament, thinking that'll see me through I've had one, and I had that as a shandy. How, what's gone on there? Usually, previous tournaments and that, you're like, oh, I'll get that for the first week, it's on offer, see how we go with it. Like when I'm watching a few games and that, I've been drinking tea whilst watching England games, sitting at home. It's been quite nice though, actually, to be perfectly honest. Don't have to queue for the bar or the tea shop. You're not surrounded by fucking morons like you usually are in a pub. somebody wants to kick off. I remember like being in a pub years ago and England lost a game and somebody threw a fucking full pint glass at the wall. You know, just missed the head of some woman and then ran out the pub. I don't know. I don't. You know, what do you do with somebody like that? Well, there's things that you can do with him, if you know. But how do you know, that mindset of like England losing and then you just decided to smash a glass everywhere that just went fucking everywhere. Mental, innit? Mental. Anyway, let's have a bit of coffee. There we go. Yeah, so the booing the national anthem, hopefully, you know, it's always England, Italy. It's going to be a bit of a fiery game, I think, possibly. I don't know, like, you know, there doesn't seem to be the old rivalries there. You know, Italy have got like quite an older experience. They always seem to have like two centre backs who are older and more experienced and read the game well. You know, the sort of like Maldini, Baresi sort of like characters that they have at the back. They always seem to have a fucking good defence, Italy, and then like decent, but they look fucking good. I must admit, they fucking played well against Spain the other night. They've looked strong throughout the whole tournament. So who knows, baby? Who knows? Who knows what's going on? Talking. Here we go. Let's have a bit more coffee before we start this bit. Talking of Italy, genuine seamless link here. I read an article. It was the other day, but I've just Googled it again and it came up 2018. But I swear to God, I came across this the other day. About Pompeii. And famed for the ash cloud. Holy shit, it's the end of the world, man. That's what they must have... I think that's what they thought was happening at that point when the volcano... You know, they weren't just standing there going, there's a fucking volcano exploding. They genuinely thought it was the end of the world. I'll tell you, for a lot of them, it was. Wasn't it? Jesus. It's like they'd met the Queen of Narnia. They're all found sort of like, you know, as rock solid fucking, you know, bits of stone in it. They're all like Mr. Tumnus when he fucking betrays her. The dirty fucking rat. Nobody ever says that about the Chronicles of Narnia, do they? That Mr. Tumnus was a fucking loudmouth fucking grass. And we're meant to look up to him, our kids, are we? Pompeii victim crushed by boulder while fleeing eruption. This is somebody who's had a bad fucking day, man. Isn't it? Archaeologists at Pompeii have uncovered the remains of an unfortunate man who was decapitated by an enormous rock while fleeing the volcano. That's somebody where you think your time's up, innit? You know, you were meant to go. Weren't you? You know, he's fleeing the eruption and then a boulder takes his fucking head off. Is that a real picture? I want to know if that's a real picture of how they found him. Because it looks like something out of a fucking Wile E. Coyote cartoon. He's fucking embedded in rock. And where his fucking head should be, there's a fucking boulder there. That can't be real, surely, can it? This man, Pompeii boulder head. There's some good Googling, isn't there? Oh, that looks from a different... Is that from a different angle? Oh, holy shit, it's fucking real. That is fucking hilarious. Who'd have thought that? You know, 2,000 odd years later, somebody's doing a podcast laughing at the way he died. Oh, what a way to live on. Jesus. Yeah, fucking hell. Yeah, most unfortunate there. It's a fucking hell of a... That is a hell of a fucking image. Just, that is somebody who, you don't do the lottery that day, do you? Your luck's out, and there's no point. You're running away from one of the biggest volcano eruptions in history that's going to wipe people out. You're almost there, and then a fucking boulder takes you out. Jesus. But those people genuinely thought the world was coming to an end, didn't they? That's the, I know everybody says the fucking Romans and that, they were so fucking intelligent, man. They had straight... Who's not making straight roads at that point? You know what I mean? I always think that. Everyone says the Romans were so advanced and that. Were people not making straight roads through shit? Somebody wanted to go from Oxford for fucking Bristol. Went via fucking Wales, up through Northern Ireland, down through Southern Ireland, swam across the fucking Irish Channel, is it? Again? Into South Wales and then across to Bristol. Who's not doing a direct... I suppose there was landowners and shit like that the Romans didn't really give a fuck about. You can't put a road through here. That's my land. I think you've found it our land now. I imagine the Romans spoke like that, didn't they? Bit of Italiano. There's a bit more coffee. I'm going to have to finish this coffee. But everybody's saying that they're so advanced. Oh my God, they had a sewage system that used to take the fucking shit away from where everybody lived. That seems obvious, doesn't it? Doesn't it? That you don't... Something that stinks and comes out of your asshole, you want to get that as far away from you as possible. There's a joke in there somewhere. Got to be. That's like everybody says about Jesus and stuff like that, don't they? You think of the stupidest person you've ever met in your life. The stupidest person you've worked with. They had a better education than Jesus. So a lot of these things, you begin to think to yourself, well, I'm not too sure about them. All of those people who wrote the Bible had a worse education than the thickest person you fucking know. But you're still... Would you take life advice off of them? I very much fucking doubt it. It's all right, Kevin. I think I'll, I think I'll just try and work it through with my girlfriend rather than taking your idea of brutally murdering her. I know, it's terrible. Yeah. Or, that's a very good idea, giving her a plant, but I don't think a cactus is going to get me through this one. It may need some flowers, me old booty. I don't know. Anyway, so this guy, this skeleton appears to be from a man who survived the initial explosion and then was fleeing the doomed city. A leg injury, however, may have slowed him down. Ugh. Before he was crushed by the huge stone hurtling through the air. Jesus Christ. Mate, his legs... Yeah, but did that leg, fucking hell. He sounds like somebody who's never had a fucking lucky day in his life. It's got... That's the last thing you want, innit? The last thing you want when a volcano is exploding, right near where you live, is a fucking damaged leg. You don't want to be running away pulling a fucking hamstring, do you? You want to be in the peak of physical fitness, right? This is it. This is what we've been training for, baby. Everybody laughed at me doing sit-ups in the street, lifting up weighted goblets, swimming back and forth in our aqueduct. But this is what I've been training for, baby. The end of the world. He's gone, and then somebody's fucking limping. Hey, you mind giving us a... That's all he got out. Flattened. Just an array. It must have been fucking mental, though. I can't imagine that. But you genuinely think now, people still live near volcanoes and on fault lines and shit, don't they? There's people in California, people living on fault lines there, earthquakes and shit like that, and, we just have people living near volcanoes on volcanic islands and shit, don't they? Those volcanoes that are always streaming out shit, you're just like, this is not, I don't even, you can go on a tourist fucking trip to go and, see all the lava spewing out and that sort of thing. It's like, I've already seen, I've seen it on David Attenborough's programs and stuff like that. That's what I think about a lot of things. It'd be nice to go to these places. It'd be nice to go to Africa on safari, see all the animals and shit like that. But I'd want David Attenborough with me. Just that soothing voice. My own internal monologue wouldn't make it a better experience than, watching an Attenborough program about it. It's like when I went to Silverstone, I worked there and watched the race. It's very difficult to keep a track of who's actually in the fucking lead, what's doing what. You only get to see part of the track that you're on. I don't know why people go to Silverstone to watch the Grand Prix. It's fucking loud. It's fucking expensive. You only get a vague idea of what's going on in the race. You see the cars go by and that, you can barely see the advertising on them. They're going by that fast. And you're just essentially sitting there watching blurred cars go round as you can't fucking hear anything or speak to anybody next to you because the cars are that fucking loud. Why would you want to do that? Maybe I'm getting older. This could be the thing. Maybe I'm getting less adventurous. Where have you been on holiday? Well, recently I went to Africa with a David Attenborough program, and then I went to Iceland and watched another David Attenborough program. You could probably tour the world just with Attenborough's programs over the years. Hey, you got 2 weeks off work. Where are you going? I'm going to sit down. I'm going to watch the Blue Planet box set. I'm going to get really into it. I'm going to put on some swimming trunks, a fucking snorkel. Get my girlfriend to fucking throw water over me every now and again. It's going to be just like the real thing. Is that why we go on holiday, do you think? Just to tell people about where we've been? Do we actually... That's an interesting thing. Do we actually take it in? Does it change us? I don't think anywhere I've been in the world has actually changed me as a person. I'm still just me when I'm on holiday. You know what I mean? And when I come back, I'm just me. I've just got I've had more things in front of my face. You know what I mean? Landmarks that are just to tell somebody, like, if somebody goes, "Oh, you ever been to New York?" "Oh yeah, I went to New York. It was good." "Yeah, you go up there, Empire State Building." "Yeah, did you see the fucking, that bird holding the lantern?" "Yeah, I saw all that." "I didn't actually go there." "Did you go to the Twin Towers Museum?" "Yeah, it's horrible, isn't it? That crushed fucking fire truck and then all the horrendous fucking personal items at the end of it. Fucking horrible." That's all you say, isn't it? You just give a vague anecdote about stuff, but you don't. It doesn't really change you, does it? It just, even going around the 9/11 museum didn't change me. You're going, fucking hell, like, Jesus. I imagine it was heavy. It crushed a fucking fire truck. And there's part of a wallet remaining at the end. That's horrible. Anyway, let's go and get a McDonald's, and then we're off to do some shopping in Times Square. I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe I shake it off. Oh, dear. What are we on? 29 minutes, people. There we go. We close on that. I don't know how I'd do in a horrific disaster like that anyway. I'd be that guy. I think I'd be the guy with a smashed-in head like that. Or I'd be trapped. That's what would happen to me. That guy was probably lucky, to be honest. What had happened to me, that boulder would hit my legs and trap me. And then I'd just see the lava slowly coming towards me. And I'd be like, oh, fucking hell. Why couldn't I have been running in the other direction where that hit me in the head and just finished me off? Now I'm going to have to fucking burn to death. People just find me with a fucking screaming face. A couple of thousand years later. You know, when I'm into just a stone face of me screaming, going, fuck. Anyway, I am, on that positive note, let's keep it positive for tomorrow. I'm going to enjoy the game tomorrow. I might have a couple of beers. I'm going to have some snacky things, set it out, watch the game, and fucking enjoy it. I will, if you want to message me at all, it's just podcast@benbriggs.co.uk. I will be back on Tuesday. Motherfuckers, it'll all be over then. It'll all be over. We'll know where we stand. But I'm going to enjoy the game. If you're going to watch it, enjoy it too. And I'll speak to you then on Tuesday. Take care.